Hello there! My name is Nate, and welcome to yet another exciting video here on the main island of Luzon in the Philippines. This time around, we're back here at Clark, a former US military base located about an hour north of Metro Manila. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know quite a bit about Clark's vast history, as well as major projects in the area, including Clark International Airport's new terminal and New Clark City. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to check out the first few video links down in the description below. As mentioned, we've already covered Clark's intriguing past, spanning well over 100 years. So today, I'll be showing you around the latest and greatest of Clark Freeport Zone, including some of the newest businesses, attractions, activities, and outdoor spaces. From dazzling local markets to exotic safari adventures, there's a lot to cover. And believe me when I tell you, this is one comprehensive exploration you don't want to miss. As always, for any locals or visitors who may have additional recommendations from your own visits to Clark, please do share your tips and suggestions down in the comment section. It is always appreciated. All right, let's get this tour underway. Come on. Our first stop is the brand new and highly anticipated Clark Safari and Adventure Park, which covers a total area of 40 hectares near the western edge of Clark Freeport Zone. What you see behind me is just the first phase of development. It's 15 hectares in size and began welcoming guests as part of a soft opening on December 8th, 2021. I can tell you that while there's still extensive work being done to expand habitats, exhibits, and attractions, this place already rivals international zoos and animal sanctuaries. Filipino owner Romy Sichon built Clark Safari and Adventure Park as a passion project, with the aim of sharing his love of both native and exotic animals with visitors here in Clark. As you might imagine, turning his dream into a reality didn't come cheap. The estimated total cost at the moment hovers around 135 million pesos. That kind of investment, as well as years of planning and construction, have resulted in an organized, beautiful, and well-maintained adventure park, featuring 70 species and roughly 1,500 animals from across the globe. It's been labeled the first world-class zoo in Pampanga, with a core mission of connecting people, animals, and conservation science to fight extinction. A number of animals have been rescued and given a home here in the park. For example, these horses were relocated due to a life-threatening volcanic eruption to the south just last year. Some of the animals you won't want to miss during your visit are the adorable meerkats, wolves, white tigers, black palm cockatoos, baboons, and even this big albino Burmese python. Now, this is Sharon, and she is from Thailand. Now, friendly Clark Safari staff are scattered around the property to provide additional information and feeding demonstrations. Hopefully, I'm not on the menu today. There are up-close animal encounters and special photo opportunities with a variety of birds, snakes, and horses. So let me introduce you to a few new friends of mine. We have Sunshine, a blue and gold macaw, and on my left is Joy, a black palm cockatoo, and they're both from South America. Beautiful birds. For those looking for something a little less wild, the park offers an entire collection of Instagram-ready animal statues, like these life-size kangaroos, elephants, and giraffes. There's even this small version of King Kong. I have to say, the attention to detail, large-scale artwork, and overall design of the park certainly enhance the zoo experience. On top of that, great care has been taken to ensure the well-being and proper care of animals within the park, as well as the safety of the public. Enclosures are maintained regularly, and large panels of protective glass allow for immersive, secure wildlife encounters. In the near future, Clark Safari and Adventure Park will expand dramatically to include much larger enclosures as part of a true safari experience. Guests will be able to take 4x4 vehicles into the surrounding wilderness, perhaps feeding a giraffe or two along the way. Indigenous AYTA members from nearby villages will also live on the land and participate in authentic cultural demonstrations. This will undoubtedly be a top tourist destination in Clark for years to come, and I'm hopeful that tens of thousands of visitors will walk away with a greater understanding and respect for wildlife, their habitats, and conservation efforts within the Philippines. Here we have another brand new addition to Clark, Hann Casino Resort. With a soft opening held on December 15th, 2021, Hann Group now operates the largest Vegas-style gaming facility in Clark Freeport Zone, with over 800 slot machines and nearly 100 gaming tables. Formerly known as Wittes Hotel and Casino, Hann Casino Resort includes this massive ground floor casino, of course, as well as a Marriott, a soon-to-be-open Swiss hotel, and an upcoming Mercure Hotel. As part of a 15 billion Philippine peso investment, the recent Phase 1 expansion of the property added 130,000 square meters for retail space, restaurants, event venues, a swimming pool, and 380 hotel rooms. It's labeled as a millionaire's playground in an ultra-luxe resort environment with the finest in hospitality and entertainment. Whether visitors gamble or not, there's plenty to see and do beyond the slot machines and tables. Live musical performances and dances take center stage in the casino bar. Chefs prepare exquisite international dishes 24 hours a day, and on-site retail outlets offer everything from diamonds to the latest Samsung phones. I briefly need to focus on the design of this building because there are just so many interesting details to point out. In an effort to showcase Pampanga's landscapes and Hann's commitment to environmental sustainability, these bold, clean lines and geometric shapes evoke nature's many layers. On the inside, patterns, water features, decorations, and materials celebrate the beauty of nearby mountains and forests. The timber veneer visible throughout the property has been sourced from sustainably managed forests and plantations. A commitment to limited waste and energy efficiency is also evident. For example, the air conditioners have sensors that control the cooling of the building based on occupancy, and advanced filtration systems remove pathogens and volatile organic compounds, thus reducing the chances of airborne diseases being spread throughout the casino. While there are a handful of other casinos in Clark, with more to come in the near future, I'm highlighting Hann Casino Resort because of its sheer scale and ambition. The Hann Group intends to attract multitudes of guests and investors as pandemic-related travel restrictions are lifted, which will encourage dramatic economic growth and tourism in Pampanga over the next decade. Additionally, just to the north, a number of Hann properties are already planned for New Clark City, including several luxury hotels and 3 18-hole championship golf courses. So if you're looking for the finest in entertainment, dining, gaming, and hospitality in Clark, be sure to check out Hann Casino Resort. Just across from the new Hann development is the Mimosa Plus Golf Course. Owned by Philinvest, one of the largest real estate developers in the country, this expansive property in Clark includes 2 18-hole championship golf courses across a whopping 175 hectares of beautifully manicured land. The Freeport Zone is home to about half a dozen major golf courses, but this one is unique in that it was built on top of what was once the Clark Air Base Golf Club. After being buried by several feet of ash following the eruption of nearby Mount Pinatubo in 1991, the course was dramatically redeveloped by Nelson and Haworth, a reputable international golf course design company. In 1998, Tiger Woods came here for his first international exhibition and played against the Philippines' #1 golfer at the time, Cassius Casas. Today, Mimosa Plus Golf Course stands out as one of the top destinations for both professional and amateur golfers across the Philippine Islands. It's surrounded by nature, and the Zambales Mountains and Mount Arayat provide stunning backdrops across the property. There are over 5,000 trees of different species across the two courses, including many umbrella-shaped rain trees that survived the Mount Pinatubo eruption 30 years ago. Over the last year, there have been several substantial renovations and improvements, including turf replacement using Zoysia Trinity grass, which is well suited for tropical climates and requires less water. There is also a new Mimosa Plus Golf Clubhouse that will be completed in the coming months. Looking beyond the green, the revamped golf course is part of a much larger project that aims to turn this section of Clark into a 21st century leisure metropolis. On top of a completed luxury hotel on the property, Philinvest is already in the process of developing shopping centers, restaurants, residential towers, office buildings, and landscaped open spaces for the public that will ultimately form a balanced, modern, and environmentally conscious community. With so much still in store for Philinvest Mimosa Plus Leisure City, I'm definitely excited to see how this property will evolve and grow over the next decade. Moving on, let's stay outdoors and talk about another great feature of Clark: bike paths and walkways. The Bases Conversion and Development Authority and Clark Development Corporation have been investing heavily in recent years to make Clark a bike-friendly zone by expanding bike lanes, off-road trails, pedestrian pathways, and green spaces. Most main thoroughfares now have dedicated, clearly marked lanes for cyclists, and separate parallel bike paths have been paved in certain sections, thus allowing even more space for the public to bike conveniently and safely throughout Clark. Just within the past several months, construction teams have been hard at work completing a long section of a bike pathway that will finally connect two primary gates on opposite ends of the Freeport. Lights and safety signs have been placed at regular intervals, and bike marshals ensure security and safe biking practices in the busiest areas. In addition, more bike racks have been installed in parks, business areas, and restaurants. McDonald's has even joined the Freeport's biking initiatives by constructing unique bike and dine facilities outside their restaurants within Clark. Here, bikers can order at the drive-thru, quickly park their bikes, and then enjoy their meals at this covered outdoor dining area. It's worth noting that many people in the Freeport Zone already commute to and from work on their bikes, which promotes healthier lifestyles while reducing both emissions and congestion on Clark's streets and highways. The Clark Development Corporation has gone a step further by establishing bike days, in which certain roads are closed to vehicles and reserved exclusively for bikers at specific times on weekends. Now, if you're looking for a great place to rent a bike for a day, grab some delicious food, and sample some local beer, be sure to check out Cycles and Brew, which is located just behind the Clark Museum at the edge of the parade ground. They've got plenty of biking gear for sale, and the outdoor patio is an ideal spot to relax and dine after a few hours of cycling around the Freeport. One popular tourist attraction in Clark with a new bike path out front is El Caballo. It's a replica of a classic American Wild West cowboy town, complete with exteriors of a general store, telegraph office, county jail, hotel, and drugstore. The owner, known as Sheriff Gabby, created this place as his own passion project. Since childhood, he always wanted plenty of cowboy gear and a horse. Now, El Caballo is Clark's go-to horseback riding destination. Visitors of all ages can take lessons with trainers out in the adjacent field, as well as go for long excursions on trails at the edge of the Freeport. It is by far one of the best ways to see some of the most breathtaking natural landscapes in and around Clark. Apart from daily horseback riding activities, El Caballo hosts a number of special events for the public throughout the year. Horsefest has been held annually for the last 13 years and features dazzling horse parades, performances, obstacle courses, and various mounted games. On select weekends, El Caballo Marketplace brings together a collection of local craftsmen and food vendors. Visitors can buy souvenirs, clothing, fresh produce, and a wide range of Filipino and international dishes. Though El Caballo has been in business for some time, there are some new additions I'd like to point out. El Caballo Coffee is a tiny gem of a place with plenty of caffeinated drinks on offer. And right next door, Pizzeria Stradale boasts authentic tastes of Italy by serving spectacular brick oven pizzas using Italian ingredients. Of course, this Wild West town wouldn't be complete without a proper steak and ribs restaurant. Amante Ribs and Steaks serves everything from baby back ribs and roast beef to U.S. T-bone steak and grilled salmon fillet, complete with potato chips and coleslaw. Now, apart from that, actually hold that thought for a minute. I'm going for a little lunch break, so I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Now this looks great. Thank you. We've looked at a number of developments in this and previous videos where large-scale projects create cities within cities. Well, here's another great example. Clark Global City sits just to the east of Clark International Airport, and while it currently consists of a couple of office buildings, a hospital, and plenty of open land, the master plan reveals what will be a thriving 177-hectare mixed-use business district featuring offices, hotels, retail outlets, educational institutions, sports facilities, and a public park. Similar to New Clark City in the north, the vision for Clark Global City is to be a world-class, disaster-resilient urban community. It's worth mentioning that a transportation hub is being constructed within the vicinity, and it will eventually connect to the future Clark Railway Station. In the coming years, the North-South Commuter Railway will conveniently link Clark to Metro Manila, reducing travel times between the two urban areas to just under an hour. Ultimately, this will all pave the way for Clark to be a diverse, forward-thinking aerotropolis that can rival other prominent aviation hubs throughout Southeast Asia. All right, here's another exciting new addition to Destinations in the Freeport. Officially opened in November 2021, AYTA NA serves as a designated market for indigenous vendors to exhibit and sell local produce, crafts, seafood, plants, desserts, and souvenirs. Open daily to the public from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., it's a collaborative effort between the Philippines Department of Agriculture, the Clark Development Corporation, and partner AYTA communities. Here, there is a terrific collection of regional products. Visitors can browse through over 70 stalls and find desserts from Tarlac, plants from Baguio, fresh seafood from Sasmuan, fruit and vegetables from Porac, and handmade crafts from surrounding AYTA communities. The AYTA NA Market supports indigenous craftsmen, farmers, and vendors in Pampanga, while also helping to boost local tourism. As part of this Clark Freeport initiative, certificates and financial grants have been given to selected farmers and local government units to provide additional assistance and resources. For anyone visiting Clark, this is the perfect spot to buy fresh produce grown on nearby farms, meet AYTA community members, grab some seafood and desserts, and pick up some special souvenirs that you won't be able to find anywhere else. Back in the heart of Clark, just on the side of the parade grounds, is another market experience you won't want to miss. Welcome to Mangantamu by Comercio Central. To summarize using their own marketing terms, it's great food, good music, and good vibes. Mangantamu means let's eat. And believe me when I tell you there's no shortage of options when it comes to affordable alfresco dining. This recently revamped food park features an expansive collection of Filipino favorites, specifically Kapampangan street food, in addition to popular Asian, European, and American dishes. There are over 80 stalls in total, offering what is likely to be the Freeport's best gastronomical journey under one roof. Mangantamu is labeled as a lifestyle hub. Tables and chairs are scattered around everywhere for shared dining and socializing among friends, family, and colleagues. This venue regularly hosts live music, dance performances, and local competitions. Aside from the food stalls, visitors can find a variety of plants and souvenirs for sale. What's great is the fact you've got a walking track, a playground, and sports field only steps away. So after an evening workout at the parade grounds, this is the ideal spot to unwind, dine, and enjoy some entertainment on the main stage. I highly recommend that on your next visit to Clark, skip the food courts at the malls and come over to Mangantamu by Comercio Central for a night of authentic culinary delights. You'll be glad you did. As you can see, there are loads of attractions and activities within Clark, and today we've touched on some of the newest highlights and revamped destinations. Now, let's briefly take a look at what else you can look forward to visiting inside the Freeport Zone. Considered to be one of the largest and most modern water parks in the Philippines, Aquaplanet sits on a 10-hectare plot of land at the western edge of Clark. It boasts some of the country's wildest water slides, a massive wave pool, and even a flowrider surfing simulator. It's been closed ever since the start of the pandemic, but recent reports reveal that a tentative reopening is just over a month away. Dinosaurs Island Clark is an outdoor animatronic theme park and museum that's been around for the last 10 years. If you're looking for a family-friendly Jurassic Park-style attraction that's both fun and educational, this is where you want to come. I mentioned Clark Museum in a previous video, and fortunately, it's now once again open to visitors, along with the 4D Cinema. For those interested in the vast history of Clark, this is the perfect spot to browse through a number of beautifully designed exhibits with detailed information, artifacts, photographs, murals, and replicas. For those in the need for heart-pounding motorsport action, check out Clark International Speedway, which hosts a variety of drag racing events, full-circuit races, and superbike championships. Finally, Gemmett Clark Sports Club and Shooting Range offers visitors the chance to safely practice archery, airsoft shooting, and riflery with a selection of live ammunition firearms. Additionally, group ATV adventures are offered in and around the former World War II-era Kamikaze West Airfield. Speaking of which, don't miss the Mabalacat West Airfield Monument immediately adjacent to the shooting range. It's easy to miss, but well worth a quick visit. Well, that wraps up our exploration of modern-day Clark and all it offers visitors here in 2022. It's truly an exciting time to be here in this part of Pampanga. I hope this will inspire many of you far and wide to add this special destination in the Philippines to your list of future travels. Again, for those of you who have visited and would like to share your favorite sites, restaurants, and activities in Clark, be sure to drop a line or two in the comment section of this video. You may also find additional information on Clark and tourist attractions in the area by checking out the links in the description below. Wherever your future global adventures lead, I wish you and your loved ones many happy trails ahead. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you again soon.
Hey bro, how are you?
I'm doing well.
How is everything?
Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, of course. And we have four cubs, and then we also have around 4 to 5 adults in the Clark Safari. They're so naughty. They always want to play. Look.
I like to play by
Pulling my pants.
So here we have a 6-month-old, very playful jaguar. I love these spots.
Yeah, very nice.
The patterns, and very playful.